Hi, I'm Joe Walensky, and I'm the program manager for ConveyUX, which is Seattle's annual user experience conference, and it's going to take place February 27 and 28 and March 1. So that's coming up quick, and I get a chance to talk with our great speakers in these preview sessions. Today I'm speaking with a couple of interesting personalities from IBM, and that is Troy Bjerke and Esteban Perez Hemminger. Hello, how you guys doing?
Good, how about you?
Good.
Yeah, everything's going good here. It's actually a nice sunny day in Seattle at the Blink offices. Where are you speaking to me from today?
We're from a gloomy Austin, Texas at the moment.
It's a little chilly today.
Yeah.
It's 40 something.
Well, I'm just curious. Tell me a little bit about IBM in Austin. Is there some particular emphasis to that location for the types of things that you do?
Yeah, actually, the Austin studio is where the IBM design program started, and it's currently now the largest design organization in the world. We've got about 400 designers here in Austin, and so we're definitely up there for one of the biggest studios as well. So it's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. I knew the answer to that, but I wanted to hear it anyways because I think it's a pretty interesting little anecdote. But why don't we just launch this thing by each of you talking a little bit about your background and the types of things that you do at IBM.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Take it away.
All right, I'll go ahead and start. So my name is Troy Bjerke. I am a design researcher here at IBM. I've been here about 4 years to this point. We're in the application monitoring space. So we've been doing a lot of different research and whatnot, getting travel around, trying to understand our DevOps users.
Yep. So hi, I'm Esteban. I've been here a little less than Troy, so like a little over 2.5 years at IBM, and I'm the design lead for the product team that Troy works in. So we have a team of 5. And like Troy's saying, our focus is really to understand our users in that space, the monitoring space, and really deliver experiences that fit their needs and make their lives easier. And as we've learned, their lives aren't as easy as we'd like them to be. So that's hopefully what we're here for.
Well, the title of your session is pretty simple. It's design and DevOps, but in the abstract that's posted on our site for the session, there's a lot of detail in there. So why don't you just give us a little preview of what that's all about, how you came around to deciding that you wanted to contribute this topic.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go ahead and start off talking about how. So yeah, as a design researcher, right, my job is to understand our user, and our user is, the kind of DevOps developers, right? And one of the interesting things is they're kind of, the DevOps and developer world is kind of going through a transformation right now, right? There's kind of melding of roles, the roles are changing, people are taking on new activities, people are learning new things, and all this kind of transformation that, especially, enterprise and large companies are trying to explore this transformation of how they're changing the way that they work and the processes that they work through. And I think kind of going through that process, I noticed quite a bit of parallels with the way that IBM is transforming, right, from a kind of engineering-led company to a design-led company, right? And so we kind of wanted to talk a little bit about maybe some of those parallels and how they might apply to us.
Yeah, and I recall that this stemmed from a conversation of Troy sharing kind of those insights as he's talking to our users of, hey, DevOps is really based on collaboration, transparency, and speed, obviously, right? Feedback loop, so iterating on code. So that's kind of essentially the same thing that we as designers do, right? We never stop, we iterate, we revise, we take feedback into consideration, and we do it all over again. So because we're solving for that user, it was really interesting to see not only that we're both kind of following a similar process and going through similar transformations, but that we could learn from the way that DevOps teams are trying to transform themselves. So we use their journey to help us solve for them, but we could also use that to help us evolve as a team and become kind of better designers as a whole.
Well, I think this would be a great session, and kind of tying into that, because you talked to me a little bit about how things are set up there, but I thought maybe it'd be interesting if you could expand a little bit about how your group contributes to everything that's going on at IBM. Is it that what you do works with various different products and services across the board at IBM, or is it specific to certain aspects of those products and services?
Yeah, I think there's both scenarios, but in our case, we definitely don't work in silos. Our experience and our products go into or fit into larger clouds and experiences and platforms. So we're fortunate enough to kind of have those teams here in Austin as well, or at least the majority of those teams. So there's a lot of like co-located collaboration happening. We can just go and push somebody and say, you got 5 minutes, let's go to the whiteboard, or I have questions. And that's kind of fortunate, I think, for us that we can just go across the room and talk to people that we need to work with, right?
Yeah, it's very powerful being able to bring in your development team and your offering management team to the whiteboard and just kind of ideate with them and really be transparent about what we're all trying to get to it in the same way.
Yeah, and even if you're not, let's say we sit next to teams that we might not necessarily be working with, having that kind of openness, you can get inspired by what they're doing. They can see what you're doing. You put stuff on the wall. Everybody can see. They can comment on your process. And sometimes somebody who has no context of what you're doing can give you kind of the best sort of feedback. And I think that's the powerful thing about the studio as a thing, as a physical entity, is people around people and just kind of sharing ideas, right?
Well, I have to say that in the last couple of years, I've like met so many people in person and through social media that are a part of the design studio there in Austin. It's pretty exciting to learn about what you have going on there. But anyway, thanks for taking the time to sit in on this with me, and we'll look forward to seeing you on your visit to Seattle in just a couple of months.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
For sure. Looking forward to it. I was born in Seattle, so it'll be fun.
Oh, all right, great. All right, well, we'll see you then. Thank you.
All right, thanks.